Marvel Spider-Man's 2 Let's Play. Very exciting times. Hope y'all enjoying this. The series is on the channel. Make sure you check it out. And this is episode 8. And we are officially getting started. I'm going to let you guys know there's a beautiful thing going on. It's no spoilers here, but Harry has a new foundation. Healing the world is the mission that we're doing today. Let's check it out and see what's going on. Gonna get interesting, of course. I'll be honest, this game feels really good, plays really good, it looks really good. I've been loving it so far. I'm just getting started, only a couple of hours in. If I can, I'm gonna go to this side mission before I go to Harry, because a little bit of extra XP doesn't hurt anybody. Oh, I guess not.
Whoa. I was wondering what this place was. That's Emily's tree. This is perfect.
You made it.
I thought you said this was a startup.
Yeah, I was hoping for something a little less this, but my dad was the one who, he made all the arrangements.
Peter Parker. So, what do you think? It's a far cry from that chop shop that Otto had you in. And now that you're on board, this place is really gonna start cooking.
Dad, Pete hasn't decided he's joining yet,
Oh, really?
but I was gonna give him a tour, let him decide for himself.
All right. You know, seeing you boys together again. Right then. Have fun.
Get your badge out. Let's go exploring. So the first thing I want to show you is downstairs,
Harry, this place.
right? Dad went a little more over the top than I would have liked.
How did
He
you...
got things set up while I was still undergoing treatment, but when I got out, I made a few changes.
Like what?
Diverted my salary into research projects, installed a diverse board to keep us on the right track, and made sure all research aligned with our mission, to heal the world. First, I want you to meet Dr. Young, who's a leading entomologist. You know what entomology is?
Yeah.
Dr. Young is doing this super cool research on bees, or to be more precise, on bee predators.
Yes, Jean. I just checked in on Dan and Anne.
That data does not cross-tabulate with the AI learning we did during the last milestone.
Ready to talk to Dr. Young?
You must be Peter. So nice to meet you. I think you'll like this project.
Great to meet you, Dr. Young. Harry says you're working with bees.
Yes, and it's quite an urgent situation. A full third of the food you eat every day comes from crops pollinated by bees. But worldwide populations are in steep decline, primarily due to a significant predator, the carnivorous bee wolf. So, we developed an innovative way to help the bees. Want to see how?
Whoa, this is cool.
These little drones are essentially bee bodyguards that we're training to detect and attack bee wolves.
AKA bee killer wasps.
And you're helping with the machine learning algorithm. Do you see those little holographic bee wolves? The better you are at shooting those, the better our drones get at recognizing what to target.
The idea is for the drones to scare the bee-wolves away, not hurt them. Oh, nice! Yes! Yep! Oh yeah! Gotta protect the hive. Nice! Gotcha!
You're done, Peter. A very productive session. We got great data.
Okay, flying home.
It's not bad. I like it.
If those virtual bee wolves you just took out were real, you'd have saved the lives of about 2,500 bees.
Wow. I'd love to help any way I can. I could take a look at juicing the neural network speed.
Oh, yes, please.
Maybe if Pete decides to join us, you two can talk some more. Thanks, Dr. Young. I've got so much more to show you, Pete. Let's go. Now, up ahead is the medical research area. We're doing cutting-edge proton beam work, using protons instead of X-rays, with better targeting and less radiation.
It's all the stuff we talked about. All the stuff we dreamed could make the world a better place.
That's the idea. Harry,
A moment, if you please.
any chance it can wait a sec?
It'll be quick. Thank you.
Doc, this is my friend Peter. Peter, Dr. Connors.
We've actually met. I used to work with Dr. Octavius. You came to the lab once to consult on electrotactile stimuli.
Oh. Yes. It's a shame about Dr. Octavius. His work had so much promise. Any changes since this morning? Dizziness, aches, pains, anxiety, impulsive thoughts.
Nope. I've never been better.
That's what worries me. Nice to see you again.
Your doctor is the lizard.
Dad believes in second chances. Hey, listen, I gotta go make a call. But, feel free to explore. Come meet me upstairs when you're ready.
So this game has a lot of very great story aspects, and
So that was crazy. But it
some of
seems
these
to be working
playthrough
for
will be
everyone to
straight
have
up
Dr.
just,
Connors here.
you know,
Guess I'll look
story wise, which is perfectly fine. It adds variety and a difference to the game. Good experience.
The origins of life on Earth were made in this round.
Schedule's fine.
Cool fish.
Not just fish, research subjects. Want to feed them?
Yeah?
Japanese koi fish have well-studied pigmentation variation, which is ideal for our research into enhanced reflectivity.
Stacks of intracellular anhydrous guanine crystals.
Separated by cytoplasm, we're finding it very useful for eco-friendly roofing materials.
So cool.
Are they gonna speak English or what?
May would have loved this place.
Did you do the XRF analysis?
Hey, what are you doing with these bikes?
We're working on ultra-efficient batteries, charged by bicycles.
These bikes. Can I ride them?
Not right now, but when they're road ready, we'll need people to test them.
Nice. I'll try to come back.
Guess this is what it's like working for an Osborne.
Attention. Bee drone testing will be taking place in the atrium throughout the day, so please be aware.
Have you been out to the Hudson Valley facility?
Discovering new things and
So
really
much
going
to
down a
see
rabbit
here.
hole.
Where do I even start?
Beehives show complex group decision-making and group locomotion. Swarming is an annual process in which the colony expands and splits. The Emily May Foundation has discovered that specific changes in the honeycomb's vibrational spectra precede a primary swarm. This research will help beekeepers support healthy swarming without invasive observational techniques for optimal health and reproduction in our beleaguered bee population.
Drones?
Yeah, doing a little cross-collaboration between the Energy Lab and the Agricultural Lab. Ultralight drones, using the new battery tech for crop monitoring.
Very cool. Do they collect crop data too?
They will, by the time we're done with them.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
The need for medical organ transplants far outnumbers available donors. An innovative solution uses 3D printing technology to create custom replacement organs, decreasing the likelihood of transplant rejection and increasing the chances of success.
Yeah,
Hey, whenever you're ready, come meet me up here.
I'm on my way. I'll see you in a sec.
As we know, this is always going to get deadly with Oscorp. So, super interesting to see what happens here. We'll have some combat shortly, I would believe.
Did you hear about Roger?
You really have a particle accelerator?
We use it to send proton beams to that treatment room downstairs. It's being repaired right now, but I'll have it back up in no time.
Incredible. Where are we heading now?
Up to the top floor.
Your energy seems really good, Harry.
I feel great. So put your way back helmet on and think back. Even before high school. To middle school.
Okay.
Now, do you know the...
Hang on.
You're a popular guy.
Sorry, it's just my tutoring job. You were saying?
You know the stuff everyone studies in middle school with Gregor Mendel and the pea plants?
Yeah, I think so. About genetics and plant hybridization?
Exactly. So, Dr. Foster up ahead, he's won every top prize in the field for his work with plant genetics.
Wow.
Hey, when you were walking around, did you have a chance to feed the fish?
Yes, that was so great. Interesting research project. And lowers the old cortisol levels, too.
Right? I honestly think it's one of my favorite spots in the building.
If you let B be the base of the number system and N the degree of the root to be extracted,
I see what you're saying.
the algorithm is similar to long division, if you look at it that way.
Got it.
Dr. Foster.
Thanks, Dr. Foster.
Ah, Peter, I presume. Harry talks about you frequently.
So nice to meet you.
Dr. Foster is working on agricultural efficiency.
With the population growing and the climate changing unpredictably, we need to adapt more quickly than nature normally would. Genetic recombination can customize crops to best meet these new challenges, be it extreme weather or an increase in pests. Would you like to see this testbed?
Okay.
The idea is to tweak a plant's genes to maximize optimal qualities. For instance, a plant that can thrive in drought conditions. In our simulation, the goal is to maximize growth. Why don't you practice on this?
Okay.
Match the base pairs to incorporate as many growth genes as you can. That'll be a plant that can feed the world.
Interesting. Okay, I think I get the hang of it.
Great. Now you're ready to try the real thing. This is a plant we're working on to grow well in drought conditions. Corporations patent GMO seeds for profit and are rightly criticized. But ours are open source, developed for sustainability instead of financial gain.
So smart. Let's see.
Not as easy as it looks. Trying to figure out how to connect them all. So close. Not really. Put this stuff back first. All right, so this doesn't connect. All right, I get it now. I get it. Have to connect the dots, folks. I'll go with this. Okay, nice little puzzles.
One step closer to feeding the world.
Nice work. Listen, I know you're not officially on, but could you look at one more gene for me? Curious to get your take on it. It's a crop specifically adapted to urban gardens.
Of course.
Beautiful work, Peter.
Got it. Golden.
Using this technology, we're on track to end world hunger by 2035.
Wow. I know a rooftop you could use for a real-world test if you're interested.
Oh, very much so. Harry was right. You'll be a real asset here.
Thank you, Dr. Foster.
So now where?
Last stop. Might be my favorite. It's commanding, but not overbearing. Playful, but not tasteless. Impressive, but not show-offy.
Your office.
Or is it our office?
Harry.
Now remember, the things you've seen today are just a small taste of what we're working on. But don't decide just yet, not till you've seen this last thing.
Okay.
Come on, where's your badge? You'll need it to get in.
Wow. Man. Harry. This is all so amazing. It's perfect, really. It's just... Things are really hectic right now.
When I was in treatment, all I could think about was, what would I do if I survived? And I kept hearing my mom's voice, telling me that our planet is in trouble, and it's my responsibility to save it. If you join me, there's so much more that we can do. I mean, we both know you're the smarter one. Come on. Let's make my mom and May proud, huh?
It's amazing. But there's one thing. Can I move my desk over there? I like to face the wall when I work.
Oh, one quick thing.
Ah! I'm gonna need a little time to transition out of my tutoring job.
Of course. Take whatever time you need. It's all about balance, right?
But Coney Island later, yeah?
You bet.
Such a sweet scenario here.
Oh, hey, I forgot to tell you. Some of our researchers have field experiments set up around the city. If you have time, check them out. I've sent you the locations, and your badge will grant you access.
All right, I'll swing by.
I'm already a level 11.
Hey,
I only
sorry
played a
I
couple
didn't get
missions.
back to you before, but I just got a new job.
For real? Well, that's awesome. Where's it at?
This new foundation run by my best friend. It's incredible. But I can fill you in later. What's up?
The guys who took Lee and Scorpion? Genki and I tracked the exhaust trails from their aircraft to the Williamsburg Bridge. I'll meet you there.
Hold on! Don't you have an essay to finish?
Yeah, but duty calls.
Trust me, your duty is to your future right now. I'll keep you updated on anything I find.
All right. Good luck out there.
So, I'm not going to do a main mission right now. Probably going to do a quick side mission. Basically upgrade a little bit and then talk about the skills and give you guys some breakdowns so far to where we are with some of it.
Night class is starting soon. Get your butts in those seats and don't fall asleep.
Where's that guy?
Oh, watch when you cross. Want you to take your midterms in one piece.
There you go.
Is that a good photo?
So after I do this mission, I'll check out the skills and give you guys some breakdowns. There's some really good ones. I'm gonna have a video up very soon about it.
Aren't the only superheroes in New York. Getting students to class on time? One of the greatest powers I've ever seen.
Fire department's on its way, FYI.
You, Spiderman.
Get him down!
I love swinging. I don't know why I love it so much, but I absolutely do. I'm gonna practice a little more. Ooh. Yeah, these guys are upper than the normal guy.
You're prolonging the inevitable! Blow them out!
Wow. No way. No way. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a 20 minutes of no combat. That made me get shut down. But yeah, let's get into the skills very quickly. First of all, skills and gadgets. Both of those are very important, and suits as well. Okay, you have 3 key components to make you a better player, and very critical that you take your time. First and foremost, there's 3 different skill trees, right? The first one I want to talk about is the shared skill tree. You can see on the bottom left for both Miles and Peter. So this is going to allow you to both of them to use it. You can see I wasted all my points in here. The reason for it is because it's going to be more important doing that than upgrading one character, because you don't always play as that character in the story. So you want to take your time. That's the first thing that I want to try to explain. Then secondly, there's some abilities in here. I'm going to use my skill point on this. Some abilities in here that are sleepers, okay? So this skill tree down here allows me to continuously get gadgets, you know, actually also upgrade my abilities just by fighting and doing different things. So for example, knockouts, finishers, and things like that. So doing that is going to supply me, for example, when I do a finisher, I'm also going to get a gadget. So I can finish somebody, use a gadget for free, an extra gadget. The game will tell me that I have an extra one. And that's a very cool mechanic. You got to pay attention to it, because if you don't realize, oh, extra boost, extra bonus ability. So that is key, and that's why I have that there. The parry is probably the most important in the game when you're fighting bosses and in general with enemies. Really boost things for yourself as well. So I'm getting more focus when I do it. I'm also pushing enemies back, and then when people have the weapons get dropped as well. So that's why I picked these to start with. But there's plenty of good ones that we're gonna get into throughout the skill tree. You know, for example, web throw, one of my personal favorites, and this skill tree will also be worked on very shortly. Yeah. As far as individual skills, you have Miles here. Currently only have few of his actual abilities, but I have all of the other ones from the regular skill tree for the shared. So he's fine. And then you look at Peter. He also has about 3 of his abilities. But he has all his gadgets, and they're pretty strong with all the other unlocks that I did. So as I go through the story, which I'm very early on, I'll be slowly using some points when I need to continue to bring more of this down. Okay. But like I said, start off with your shared skill tree, and you got to make a decision, right? If you're a parry type of player, you can go to the right. If you just want to have a focus bar lets you heal. It also lets you do a finish. You can decide whether you heal or you finish. So me having all of these abilities basically keeps my focus bar. And now this is where part 2 comes into play. And you go to your suits and you go down to focus. You can spend 2 of your upgrades right here on the suit tech. You're going to get a second focus tier bar, which means I can use 1 bar to fight and do finishes, but then my second bar is just in case I need help. So this is a really keep way. And of course, we're going to get to 3 bars. That's going to be one of the first things I do when I get a moment. But I have to continue doing some missions to unlock them. The way you unlock them, pretty basic. Tech parts, you get it for everything. Side missions, main missions. It shows you on the missions what you can get out of them. So it's critical to take a moment and look at that. And then you go down here and you look at city tokens. That's pretty much like city activities. Then you have rare tech parts as well. All of these, once again, are throughout the story or side mission. And we'll showcase that in a minute, but I just wanted to talk about the focus and how it should be one of your first unlocks. Is it'll let you survive by healing, or you can finish off enemies with 1 press of the buttons. Okay. Then, of course, damage. You're going to fight a lot of enemies. You shouldn't have to hit them 1,000 times. So the higher damage you go, it's going to be very much easier to deal with everybody. All right, those are the first 2 that I would say to unlock. And then we'll get into other things like traversal. There's a whole thing. I got some guides I'm going to be making to break all that down. But yeah, so those are the key. Focus first and then some damage. Be able to survive and then put out some damage. Okay. Gadgets, these are sleepers. I think people don't realize how powerful these gadgets are. You're capable of doing some wild stuff out here. All right. I'm going to spend my... Actually, I shouldn't. I'm not going to spend it. Save. Let's see what this is. So, being able to upgrade these, pulling people together, or putting them up in the air, those 2 are very key. Then you have things like the webs, which people might think isn't useful, but it's extremely powerful and also necessary. You have all that, and you can do a lot of work with that. Those are the key components, okay? Now, we're going to get into the abilities. I didn't want to get into this deep. There's probably some spoilerish stuff as we go, but you've seen the trailers and breakdowns, and you'll know what's going on. You can actually change the skill that is on an actual ability. So, for example, I have the Venom Punch, which throws a punch forward. Really awesome. Or the Chain Lightning. I like the chain lightning because it hits multiple players. I want a lot of AoE damage for the most part. Unless I'm fighting a boss, then I'll change it up or something. But yeah, so you're going to be able to unlock multiple options as you go. Oh, excuse me. And that's the same thing with both characters, right? You have two characters. They all have different abilities and different things that they're skilled with. So you're able to unlock those. You can. These are the original ones. You're not going to get a lot of new ones and options at the start. As you go, you unlock some more. You go forward. For example, you see how my one chain lightning has two options. That was through a story, and I got it unlocked. But as time goes, I'm 100% certain I'll end up unlocking way more, and this will be very interesting once it fully goes through. Right, so that's the situation. And then the suits really are more visual, which I actually like. I didn't appreciate them having abilities. Personally, I want the suits to just look cool. I'll pick whatever one I want, and then I can go from there. And the reason I'm having these, I just want to have something different for my stream and for my videos. So anyway, thought that was helpful. There you go. We got episode 8, Healing the World. Not a lot of action in it, but hey, great story development as we go forward. Go ahead and check out the rest of this playlist. We have tons and tons of stuff out there for you guys to enjoy. Thank you very much.